Looks like Got Him Coach and Bro Namath will play the winner of that will play against Serious Mo. Still got the bottom half of the winner's bracket to play the second round. Joke and Brusque, Tdavis and Corytop right here though.
All right, so we're going to get into this game. Corey's got the ball first. Looks like I missed it. It looks like an off tackle to the outside.
Looks like Corytop's running with the run and shoot playbook and using the Chicago Bears. Have you seen much of the run and shoot this year?
I have not seen it very much. How about you, James?
Yeah, I see it a little bit. This flanker close formation is the formation that people are running out of it. They do a lot of stuff that you would see out of tight formations on the right side, and then they can spread you out at the same time on the left. It's pretty good formation.
Okay. Actually, I think I did play a guy at the last one who ran run and shoot. It's a very unique formation. It's a very unique playbook. He had a couple formations that I had never really grabbed against, so it was tough to stop.
And of course, they got this gun counter run that they run out of it as well, tie it all together.
Yeah. All right, so here we go. So
formation here for the defense.
Second and 2.
Right back to us one more time.
3rd and inches.
Setting the defensive lineup.
So Corey,
Justin Smith,
he actually plays with a young nephew, and they're both known for always doing something unique. Unique team,
he's a hard-working man.
Just kind of unique scheme that they roll with. Young nephew actually playing with the Panthers. And they're always tough. Like every year, it's just amazing to me. Like 1 year, I think Neff was playing with the Steelers. So that says a lot about their talent level to be able to beat top players with those types of teams.
I totally agree. You see, I was talking about the first New Jersey tournament, nephew coming out with the Denver Broncos, but running with 2 tight ends. It's not something you would be used to defending. It gets in your head before the game even starts almost.
All right, so we got 2nd and goal here for Mr. Corey. Looks like Tdavis is in that quarters. Maybe possibly in a run commit. Run commit. Throws it over the middle.
Touchdown.
Touchdown.
That was a sweet touchdown right there.
Tell you what, in this game, when you get the ball first, scoring on that first possession is so crucial. If you can't get any points on that first possession, you're in trouble.
Ready to kick the football.
I definitely agree at that. And likewise, another thing is that in a game that's so high scoring and it's so hard to get stops, I've seen people that almost prefer to take the ball first now. It's something that a lot of people are starting to.
Shine and Swizzy.
Is in the back.
It's like Swizzy is the white Niners and Shine is the red Niners.
Correct.
1st and 10. Play action.
I'm glancing at some of this chat, man. I see some of y'all going in on me. I just happened to glance at it. I see my names being thrown out there. Maybe I need some more energy when I'm talking. It's tough, man. You come out here Friday night after a full week's worth of work, and then, get about 2 hours of sleep. It's the Madden life for you.
I'll tell you what, in the last tournament I went to, I had finals Thursday, or I want to say I had a midterm on Thursday, so I pulled an all-nighter on Thursday night, woke up, took the test Friday morning, got on a flight after that to go out to Jersey. Kay picks me up, and I have no sleep the previous night. Then we get to playing in this tournament, and ended up pulling another all-nighter the night before the tournament, helping Kay out with stuff. I had like 3 hours of sleep in 48 hours.
Zan, ain't nobody got time for that.
No.
All right, so let's get back here. So Shine is 3rd and I can't really see it. The down is cut off on my screen. But it looks like 4th and 3, 4th and 8. Sorry about that. 4th and 8. There we go. Big play right here. I think this is still the first possession. And this goes back to what I was just saying. If Swizzy can get a stop right here, it's going to be huge. Swizzy's really. So I'll say one thing about Swizzy. He's definitely improved his game. Even from last year, I saw him win a couple big games in Atlanta. I think he beat Los once or twice. He's definitely improved his game. Shine converts there on the out route for the first down.
To make such a controversial change.
Swizzy was my favorite coming in the tournament simply because of how well he played in the last tournament. He's played pretty well so far, I would say. I mean, he played well last night in the Crew v. Crew. He's got a definite shot today.
Right. I agree. So Shine rolls out, nobody's open, throws it away. On the other game here, we have Tdavis just cribbed a run with Gord, so he ties the game quickly.
In the 2012 season, what a threat he is running it.
Yeah, he is very smart when he decides to run with the football, knows how to read the defenses wide. Because that's
not to look too far, but the winner of this game will go on to play the winner of In York versus Be More Sam, and the loser gets locked down in the loser's bracket.
Breaks the tackle.
This is kind of new to the NFL the last 4 or 5 years. We're seeing more and more screens for wide receivers. Good timing, good execution.
Sorry about that, Dan.
Good yards
No problem.
But yeah, I think what I heard was correct.
That was a big.
I don't have the bracket handy, but from what I can remember, I believe you're right.
The wide receiver shifting around in motion.
Shine play action.
Trying to make something happen.
Nobody's open, throws it away.
Incomplete.
Being able to throw the ball away and just in different situations is so crucial. I mean, I know it sounds crazy, but I've seen guys lose games just because they try and roll out and they do something crazy, and it's just like, look, throw it away, you know, live another day, and just get ready for the next down. It's so easy to convert in this game. I mean, you know, 10, 15 yards is nothing. With so many different routes and so many different route combinations, don't, you know, if it's first, second down, even third down, don't risk it. Just throw the ball away and get ready for the next down. Make an adjustment.
That reminds me of the last game with Vince. He had a second and 30, and he just played it smart, lived to fight another down, then had a third down conversion. So I mean, it's crucial.
Right. Okay, Shine has 3rd and 1. Looks like Swizzy's running a 1-5-5, which I thought was dead, but looks like Swizzy's trying to bring it back to life.
You know, and a lot of people are shaking out of this defense. I have yet to see the shake work anything like it used to work back in like Madden, you know, 10, 11. It's just, I guess it's just lived on because it looks scary, but in my opinion, it doesn't generate a pass rush like it used to.
Right. Shine rolls out again. Playmaker gets sacked. Wow.
Gets the sack.
He's out of field goal range now.
What do you do?
It was a 22-yard sack. Is that right? 22-yard sack?
Yeah, that just can't happen.
The offense drive the length of the field to score.
Looks like they're going to go for it here.
An update on this Tdavis Corey game. Corey just converted a big 4th down a few minutes ago. Still driving. Looks like it's second and 8.
Back after this word from your local station. The Bears on offense here.
Looks like Swizzy got to stop. I don't know if Shine went for it. I missed that play.
No, that's Marshall, isn't it?
Brandon Marshall, yeah.
I should know that. I'm a Bears fan. Nice thing about the run and shoot playbook, things that people don't think about, is when this offense was actually created in real life, it uses the same personnel every down on the field. They go 4 receivers and a running back that's referred to as kind of like a super back. And so it's going to give Corytop the ability to use all the formations in his playbook because they all have 4 receivers.
Right.
The 49ers will look to get.
So here we go. Tdavis is taking over on offense from 32.
14-7. Bolden's lined up now as
Corey calls a quick timeout. Didn't like what he saw.
The 49ers offense.
Looks like Corey's running a 4-3 under or 4-3 over. I didn't have a chance to look at it.
Is in the backfield.
Let's take a look here. His linebackers are overshifted, so yeah.
Nice little handoff by Tdavis here. Picks up 6.
Tdavis, a very smart player, mixes the run and the pass well out of all the formations he runs. He's a solid player.
I agree. That's really the biggest thing this year, I think, or one of the biggest things is you really can't get away with running the same play over and over and over every down. I mean, there's some plays that you can tweak and make different adjustments, but like in years past, I mean, you could run literally the same play every single down and get away with it. This year, you really have to think outside the box and just mix different things in to be successful.
Get that extra couple yards, gets a first down. They are marching. Let's see how the defense reacts.
Swizzy's taking over on a 40-45. Hand off to Gore. Maybe gets a yard.
first down here after the completion.
Now, let me ask you, because I believe you got interest in two players in these two games here, don't you?
I do actually. Yeah, both Tdavis and Sean are in my crew M3. You know, when I'm on the mic, I try and stay as neutral as possible. You know, that's easier said than done sometimes, but
it is, right. Like last game, I just watched Vince take like the worst bad beat that I've seen in recent memory, and you know, it's hard to stay impartial at times. But let me ask you about the CBC last night. When you guys came up for your roster, did you volunteer to sit out, or how was that decided for you guys?
Yeah, so we kind of talked about it ahead of time, and really, you know, since both Tyler and Ken had, you know, they had a lot of success in Atlanta at the last tournament. It was only fair to let them compete again. So you know, those two were already a definite given, and then I guess the last spot was really between myself or Sean. Big pick right there by Tdavis. But yeah, so the last spot between me and Sean, really decided, you know, Sean's been playing well. He really wanted to play, and just given the situation, I said, look, man, you want to play? Go ahead. Let's, you know, just do it. So we kind of just agreed mutually. It really wasn't like a big deal, to be honest. I would have been glad to play, but considering how I'm playing today, it's probably better that Sean played, not me.
Well, it's always good to have that confidence in your crew, and you have that flexibility to know that regardless of who you put up there on the stage, they're going to be able to perform. So
absolutely,
it's good to have that depth.
Yeah, the best thing is you want to put the best 3 players at that time, you know, on the sticks. There's no, you know, try and keep egos out of it and really just agree. Okay, who's playing the best right now? Let them play. So back to Tdavis and Corey. Looks like Tdavis had a couple guys open, decided not to throw it. Kaepernick breaks a sack. Okay. Incomplete.
It's kind of an example of what you're talking there. Trying to live to fight another down. It looked like Tdavis might have been trying to force there, but he got hit on the throw, and it ended up being as good as throwing it out of bounds, but it could have been worse.
Right, I agree. 3rd and 5, big play right here. Drops back. There's the post over the middle. Terrible throw. That was a terrible throw by Kaepernick. Corey had the D there, but really, that throw was good. I don't know if they messed with Kaepernick on the update or what, but I noticed as well. He's just not throwing the ball like he used to.
You're talking like this week compared to last week?
Right, this week, yeah,
today. Over the past few weeks?
Or today, I think, or yesterday. The update was yesterday morning, I believe.
That'll stop the play right there.
I just want to give a quick shout out to my man Cannon. That's my brother, man. Just wanted to say what's up.
You're basically saying we're tougher than you are, and we're just going to come right at you.
So Tdavis picked off Corey, and now Corey responded with an interception of his own.
The play for close formation here. There's a lot of
good D by Tyler.
What's nice about the run and shoot is the principles of the offense. They run a lot of switching concepts. So the inside receiver will run a wheel, the outside guy runs over the middle. And those are the type of things that are effective in this Madden, like the post with the inside release. Basically anything that breaks over the middle is a very effective route.
Right. Nice wheel route there by Corey for the first.
Exactly what I'm saying there, Jeffrey, on the switch play. Just switch wheel. They have several plays with that name, but very effective routes.
Looks like Swizzy went up 7 on the bottom screen there.
First down and 10. Forte's going to take
Corey on the counter, gets about 4 or 5 yards.
Now they're in the hurry up. Bennett's lined up in the slot.
Corey in that spread slot formation with a 4 wide. Snaps the ball, drops back, throws it, oh my goodness, throws it right over the middle, and Tdavis drops a pick.
Going in the other direction. Play doesn't even have time to develop. The quarterback is under so much pressure.
Now there's a common I don't know what the word is, but there's a common thought in the Madden community is if you drop a pick on when you're playing defense, you're bound to give up a touchdown in the next couple plays, right?
I agree.
So, but it looks like Tdavis locked up again. Now we got a big 4th and 6 right here.
So do you bring the pressure here, or are you gonna sit back in coverage?
Tdavis, it looks like he's doing well with the pressure. And he does blitz and he gets a stop. Good call there by Tyler.
Get it on fourth down. That was a quick drive, wasn't it, Jim? That was just bad play calling, bad execution, and go to the sideline. That's where you deserve to be.
So if Tyler can just walk out of this drive
first down
with points, I believe he's getting the ball at half. So really puts himself in a good position to go up by 2 possessions.
We'll run it. Here's the
quick base.
And
it's about 4.
Nice run that time. When you run the football like this,
looking down on my bottom screen, it's kind of hard for me to see the game, but it looks like Shine's out in a strong close. Swizzy's still running 1.55.
Shaking it up.
That's right, shake and bake. Shine runs the dive, tries to get to the outside, but gets stopped. 2nd and 6 for Tdavis. Motions Bolden to the inside, runs the quick base again. Picks up about 10 yards.
Nothing fancy about that, but it's a good run.
I was saying in the last game that Tdavis played that he does an awesome job out of this bunch formation. When he runs the quick base, he uses the same motion that he uses on the other play where he throws the out route to Bolden. It's always good to make sure that your motions on your run plays as well as your pass plays use the same timing to help confuse your opponent. He does a great job of that.
Right. Looks like Tdavis ran a slip screen, but hit Bolden on a slant to the outside. Gets down to the 1-yard line.
Inside the 5-yard line. That's the great thing. The bad thing is hard to score once you get inside the 5-yard line.
Great read by Tdavis there. Usually when you don't have the screen man right away, a lot of players will panic and not know what to do with the ball, but Tdavis makes a progression, found Bolden there for a big game.
Right. Runs the ball to the outside. I'm really interested about that call. That's a conversation that me and Tyler actually just had. He was in a game where he had 3rd and inches and then 4th and inches, and he didn't convert it. And I've always been under the impression, look, I'm coming out in QB sneak and hurdling.
Twice.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just me. Maybe I need to expand my my inches offense, but I don't know. That's just me personally.
I think players respect the rumors of QB sneak D being out there way too much. I mean, the QB sneak D, it does work when it, but how often does it work?
Right. You're going to stop at 4 downs in a row for 1 yard? I don't know about that. But regardless, Tdavis ends up scoring. Goes up 7. Let's see if we can see. Is it possible?
They got to make the catch. That time he did.
Let's see if we can highlight. There we go. We're going to highlight the Shine game for a little bit. The Shine and Swizzy game.
Give Shine some shine.
That's right.
3rd down here.
Speaking of sneak D, here we go. Shine comes out 3rd and inches on offense.
2 in a row.
Runs the power row. Okay, got away with it there. Picks up about 6-7 yards.
Defense calls a timeout.
I see people in the chat saying it's not a rumor, the sneak is done. If I have 1st and goal from the 1, you're telling me that if I run 4 QB sneaks in a row, I will not score a touchdown.
I don't know about that, especially if you're no huddling and doing it again.
Hell, I'll go back to the huddle. I don't care. I just don't think that there's sneak D that's going to stop somebody 2 times in a row.
Right. Well, for all the guys who are saying it is done, I mean, maybe if y'all were out here in that situation, you could prove it to us, but we'll just have to go with hearsay for now.
The 49ers call a timeout.
Shine has 3rd and 3 now. Looks like on a 5-6 yard line. This is big right here. If he can't score, he's got to get 6, especially with Swizzy getting the ball back.
Little insight here from you since you're a crew member. What do you think Shine is going to go with here?
I think he's either going to run the ball or he's going to try and throw a fade. Oh, there it is. The inside zone. Swizzy has D for it. Now, I don't know what the heck he's going to do because he's not getting the ball back. 4th and 1. Even if you convert and you don't score, you're going to run out of time. So he's in a very difficult position right now.
So Shine is kicking off to start the 2nd half, correct?
Yeah, Swizzy's getting the ball, so Shine he's really in a position where he has to score right here.
Okay. Now, if Shine had the ball coming out, you take the 3, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. I was just seeing what your, because I talk to different guys on the stream, and everybody has a slightly different philosophy on taking points when they're given to you. For instance, Swizzy played a hell game against Lockdown, and he could have been up 10 points, but he didn't get any of his 2-point conversions, so he was only up 7.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it comes down to your confidence in that situation and just really what you want to scheme for. I've always been more of a conservative player, so I want to put myself in a position where I can get the ball at the second half and have a chance to take the lead. If I'm fighting to tie the game, I'm not in a good position. Huge play right there by Shine. Looks like a whip route in the slot. Gets 6.
I wonder if he lulled Swizzy into thinking that he was going to take the delay game there. As you see, he wound the play clock down, even though the game clock.
I did see that. Now Shine's going for 2.
Make it hurt.
On this 2-point try.
Comes out in the single back. Looks like he's in doubles now. Like audibles, okay. Trying to decide what to do. Audibles to Trey open.
Trying to see if he can get Swizzy to show his defense here.
Runs the ball, and Swizzy just blows it up.
Inside runs against Swizzy have not worked. Lockdown, we were talking about Lockdown's decision to switch out of the Saints Power O to the Minnesota playbook. And it just doesn't have the same overpowering run game that Saints Power O does. And he was taking abuse up the middle. And he decided to go for the win against Swizzy, and he decided to run up the middle, and just it's not there versus Swizzy.
Right.
And that was with a fullback. As you see, Shine was going with 3 receivers there, 1 back.
Right. Oh, Shine just picked them off. He's going to run out of time unless he can pull off some wildness. Nope.
Wanted to go Della, reverse field.
You know, I wasn't going to say it, Zan, but now that you did. Yeah. Della and takeaway the last I think it was a couple events ago in Madden 13. Now even if Della was not my crew member, I would still consider that probably the best stick I've ever seen on a given play.
I totally agree. That was an amazing play. I didn't get to call it live, but I came over and watched the replay, and I was still amazed.
It was amazing. Tdavis just fumbled. Corey recovers. Now he's going to have a chance to tie the game.
And Manningham's in the slot. Ball in your hands, they are going to attack it. You've got to know that as a ball carrier, protect it a lot better. Bennett's in the slot. Cutler steps back into the gun. He's looking to the right here on this throw.
Corey throws a pass to Brandon Marshall. Gets down to about the 18-yard line.
Good job by the offense getting in the red zone. Now you're down some points. You got to find a way to score a touchdown.
First time I've seen the Bears all year long.
Looking to the right side and throw. Touchdown, Chicago. Well, here we are. It's a tie game now. We'll see how the teams react to it. Will it be positive or negative? Makes the PAT.
Appreciate that, Daryl. Daryl's a guy that I've known for about 2 years now. He made the final 16 in the Virgin Gaming Vegas tournament. Guy that nobody really knows. He actually lost to Tdavis at that event, but it was a hell game.
Okay, wow. Good stuff. So the game's tied now. Corey tied it up a few minutes ago. Tdavis drops back. As Davis on looks like a drag route over to the right side, picks up about 5. Looks like Swizzy scored on the bottom there. Shine's got the ball again. Shine hands it off. Running to the outside.
4 down the sideline for a nice game.
That's right. I'll tell you what, man, these Bears are out here hitting right now. Every time I glance up at this game, somebody's getting hit stick.
The defense knows you're going to do it. They come up and make
They've got
the tackle for
3 or 4 guys on the defense that have around 90 hit power. They're not quite as good as the Niners, but enough speed and hit power to make them work.
They can hold their own. 4th and 2 here for Tdavis. Big play right here. This could be a game changer.
4th down, close to the first, so the offense.
How about to this point, Tdavis has really been able to pick Corey apart, so let's see if Corey can make an adjustment.
That out route to Bolden's been there.
Since B-gap heat, wow.
Turn it over on downs. Your offense is just not that good.
So Corey screams B gap and gets a stop. That was good D right there. I might need Corey to fly that one in.
Bennett's lined up in the slot. Matt Forte. And they tackle him there at the 34.
Shotgun counter down to the 34.
Guys,
looks like we're going to the fourth
I want you guys to know something. Just in those 2-3 seconds that V gap came in, little man already has it labbed and ready to go for the next tournament.
And they will not convert here on the 2-point conversion.
He already has it.
They'll be bringing the blowout special next
right.
event.
Signals Bearcat.
Little man just capping at you, bro. It was very good D, I agree. Throws a bomb to Devin Hester.
And Manningham's a receiver in the slot.
So Corey goes up 7. We're back to the Shine Swizzy game. Swizzy's up 2 with ball. Shine running a quarters run commit. Slant across to the left to Vernon Tdavis. Picks up about 15 yards.
Now let me ask you this. When you face a defense like the quarters run commit defense, does that throw off how you make your reads against players who don't run it? If you're so used to seeing it all the time, because I know this is a very popular defense that a lot of players are running right now.
Right.
Routes are not open at the same time versus the quarters run commit defense that they are versus somebody who just uses a traditional zone coverage.
Right. No, yeah. So my answer to that is it really comes with practice. I mean, you can make different adjustments out of quarters to make different coverages look different. I mean, even when you run commit, you're really banking on those players recovering and either, going after the man that they're covering or covering their zone. So I think it really just comes with time. To not panic a lot of times, if you're passing the ball, there's not going to be a whole lot of pressure unless you freak out. So, but it can be confusing if you're not used to it, or if there's just good coverage or good adjustments. It's really just like any other defense.
I just figured I'd ask you because I know that you guys were the guys who were doing the run commit defense last year. That was very popular. So who better to ask on that situation?
Right.
Don't try to get it all in one play. Pick up first downs and try to go down the field and score.
So Tdavis now is down 7 with ball. He was just up 7 with ball, and now he's down 7 with ball. Big turn of events there.
Here comes the wide receiver in motion.
Motions to the inside, runs the ball. Frank Gore breaks the tackle, and he's taking it to the Crivington.
In the promised land. Touchdown.
There's no doubt about it. When you score
4th and inches for Swizzy on the bottom screen.
And it's all up now.
This is big right here. 4th and inches, motion score to the left.
Let's see this quarter or this QB sneak defense.
There we go. We got the game on the big screen here. There it is. Motion score to the right. And he gets the first.
Wow. Okay. Well, I thought it was locked up. I'm just messing, but I'm sorry. It's just one down there, 4th and inches. You're not going to stop. You may get stops maybe 1 out of 5 times, but that doesn't mean you have it locked up.
Right. It's also a lot different offline. I mean, online maybe, but offline, like you can see people making their adjustments. You can see who they're clicking on. Like something I always try and do is I'll try and wait for you to click on somebody that is not going to impact the play. Maybe click on a defensive tackle or click on a guy on, click on a corner. I'm hiking the ball because I want you out of the equation.
Yeah, you take the user out.
You can't do that online.
It's all about user.
Right. Corey breaks a big run there to the 30. Looks like the Shine Swizzy game is going to go to the 4th quarter. Tyler really needs a big stop right here. Another first down. This game might be over.
And picking up big yards.
Yeah, you all right over there, Zan? Sounds like you're chopping some wood.
I am? I don't even know.
Maybe
my mic is all messed up.
Maybe I'm just picking up some static here.
Here they come back to the line after picking up over 20
Runs a
yards.
counter.
You still hearing it?
Nah, you're good now.
All right.
Power running. lot of teams in this league don't even do it anymore. This team, they can power it up in there.
I think we're okay, Murray.
So both Shine and Tyler are in positions right now where they really need a big play to turn the tide.
Shine's got the benefit of there still being an entire quarter left.
Swizzy just got really sticky on that play, I'm not going to lie. Nice cut to the outside on Willis, cut it back. That's scary though, if you don't pull that off, you're looking at a fumble, but a nice play by Swizzy.
The defense comes out in the nickel. Third and
runs the counter. Man, that counter is so nasty. Tdavis locks him up, 4th and 1. Now this is big right here.
See that QB sneak D.
Yeah, right.
First down and 10. Frank Gore gets it here. Ball's on the ground. Someone's been injured out there.
This is it right here. Can we switch games for a moment? There we go. All right, let's see this play. This is the game right here.
Got a bit of a blow and now readies for the next play. Bennett's in the slot.
4th and 1. Runs the counter, and it gets locked up. Good stop by Tyler.
Down, and they'll give the ball back to the other side.
Terrible game management that time by the coach.
I've never been a fan of runs like that on 4th and 1. You're in the shotgun. You're already 7 yards deep in the backfield. No forward momentum, really. I would rather run a dive, something more direct.
Right.
That's where you need the big size on your defense. You need it.
Yeah, especially after he just ran it 3 plays, the last 2-3 plays.
I wouldn't say that was luck by Tyler there, little man. I think Tyler just made the play that he knew, the run play that Corey was going to run.
Space to work with.
Right. Tyler breaks a big play with Kaepernick, gets to the 37. He really might be able to put this game away.
He stood in the pocket as long as he could, but once he broke outside, still looking down the field, trying to get that big pass play, it's not there. He takes off, and what a nice game running the football.
Here's the first snap after the big play.
Comes down the I for him. Motions Bolden to the right.
First and 10.
Snaps the ball. Gets about 2 yards with Gore.
Timeout. They have 2 remaining.
That's still really not an easy field goal. I mean,
it's 52 yards from here.
That's not. I guess Dawson. I think his range is probably maybe like the 41, 42 yard line, but you got to hit 100%.
We are tied, and this game has less than a minute to go.
I form again. Motions Bolden to the right. Snaps it inside zone.
And a gain of 4. The defense stops the clock.
This is big. I mean, Corey is still really in a position where he could get the ball back if Tyler doesn't convert here.
And we all know Tdavis's history with field goals.
Right, yep.
Now 3rd and 4 following the run.
It's a quick base, and he doesn't convert. 4th and 1. Now it's Tdavis' turn to make a decision.
1 yard for the automatic win, or
1 yard.
Kick and lock up.
Taking his 3.
The 49ers,
all right,
with a field goal, trying to take the lead here in the 4th.
I personally think that this is the smart call. You leave your opponent no timeouts. You wouldn't think he could drive the entire field unless you called like a cover 0 blitz and he just went up top on you. Sit back and try to work a read. Keep the ball in play.
And I don't know. I didn't feel easy about sending the field goal.
Corey has plenty of time, though. That's the thing. I mean, 30 seconds. He still has to go down and get in field goal range regardless. So, just playing devil's advocate, if Tyler goes for that and converts, the game's over.
31-28.
I agree.
Lined up in the slot.
Drops back, looks like he's in a 4-3, throws it, bad read. Tdavis is there, oh man.
Drops the pick.
Drops the pick.
Good job by the corner that time, knocking the football down on the throw down the field by the quarterback. That will go down as a pass defense by him. Good job.
2nd and 10. Play action fake, looking to throw. And that ball's nearly picked off. But he dropped
Tdavis locking up through 2 downs here.
Yeah, both of those plays could have been
Third
fixed.
and long, what you probably will have to do is either surprise them with a run or throw it short. And hope
At this
somebody
point, you're
can make a play
praying
and
for a
pick up
field
the
goal
first
if you're
down.
Corey. I think touchdown might be out of the equation. I wouldn't.
Waits for an opening to unfold.
Throws it over the middle to Jeffries on 10 seconds and counting.
This league now, you got to keep these wide receivers and quarterbacks guessing. You just
60-yard field goal from this spot.
Yeah, he took too long. He took too long to pick his play. He just let 4 seconds go by picking his play.
After the long gain, let's see what they do here.
And then he audibles and runs out in more time. I don't know what that was about. Looks like Swizzy just ended the game against Shine. Swizzy victorious in that one. And Tdavis ends up winning the game against Corey. Very interesting game, I might add.
So Tdavis moves on.